So the Pelicans win the tip. Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Brandon Ingram's out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Favors in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Favors, the pass to Ball. Clock at 6. Floats one. Here's Favors, and finally that one's good.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's Finney Smith. He had 10 points in the win against Washington. Pass to Doncic. Over Holiday, and Doncic gets it to go. Well, Clark, no doubt you've been through this many times. The regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule. But veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
Now here's Wright, following the shot by Drew Holiday. And Wright kicks to Finney Smith. Porzingis, that's a 2. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. The win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by Lonzo Ball. They're running. It's deflected. To the wing on the left. All sorts of time. And that one, good.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now, here's Ball. Ingram. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Finney Smith. But they recover it. Porzingis, count it.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instinct.
Here is Favors. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Right outside. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. A 3-ball. Kleba, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Back to Holiday. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Right, the pass to Doncic. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Now, here's Doncic. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Doncic feeling it out. Tries it from the top of the key. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors has got 6 rebounds in the game. Ingram finds ball. Favors with the ball. Ingram outside. From deep. Favors. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Finney Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Doncic against Holiday. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And that one's good by Favors.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Ball with the bucket. Mavericks trail by 7.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 22-point game against Toronto.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Barea subbed in for DeLon Wright. Now here's Barea. Passes it to Marjanovic. Over Okafor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact, Clark, when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. Here's Hart. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Williams with a clean look. Hits it from three-point range. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
A nice shot by Barea.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Jackson looking it over. The pass to Marjanovic. 6 feet out. Nice touch on the bank shot.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Hart, guarded by Kerr. Hart, that's good.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Barea finds Jackson. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Okafor, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Barea against Jackson. Lets a floater go. Curry dishes to Barea. Shoots. And it's Melly with the rebound.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And he gets the bucket.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Outside for Barea. From deep three-point range. No good. Shot missing. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Now here's Curry. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pelicans leading by 11. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I got a few minutes to catch up with Alvin Gentry. He knows it will be tough to hold back Kristaps Porzingis, who's hungry to assert himself. He'll have to match his aggression and make him feel them at the defensive end. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
Outside Jackson. Okafor in the post, guarded by Marjanovic.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now here's Jackson. 9 points last game out. New Orleans shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And that one falls for Jackson. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 9. Now Brunson. And Okafor with the block.
You've got to be cautious when Okafor's in the area. I mean, he's a giant. Not only is he big, but he's long. And that helps him block shots because of his good timing, too.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. Mavericks with the rebound. Here's Brunson. The shot will not fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Jahlil Okafor. Ejuan Moore is out there with Hart. And it's Melly in at the power forward. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Marjanovic against Okafor from 12 feet out. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. I mean, they were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. Hardaway, no good. Pelicans leading by 10. Inside, here's Melly. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
No good on that one. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Hardaway for three. Pelicans with the rebound. Melly's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's more. The teardrop falls in. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got his second bucket tonight.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Here's Melly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram, he had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
The first one falls.
A lot of turnover for the Mavericks this season, but they bring back restricted free agents Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
And, you know, those 3 players have made steady improvement, and that's a credit to how the Mavericks develop young players. They also bring length and athleticism to that rotation.
He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 13. Pass to Doncic. With the floater. Pelicans with the rebound. Melly's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Brunson following the score by New Orleans. And that one, good. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Melly passes to Ingram. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you know, last season ended early for Brandon Ingram. Thoracic outlet decompression surgery, TODS. Not something you hear every day, but thankfully a full recovery is expected.
First free throw is good. And Ingram's thoracic outlet syndrome, the same issue that affected Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because that injury typically is seen and is more common in baseball players. For Ingram, an early diagnosis of blood clots, which could have ended his career, led to the discovery. You know, relatively speaking, the final result and conclusion, a relief.
And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Now here's Brunson. 9 points last game out. And Doncic gets it to go.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Pass to Favors. Back to Holiday. Favors trying to break free. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 5 now.
Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Now here's Brunson. And here is Hardaway. Back to Brunson. No good with the triple. Outside Holiday. Here's Favors, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
First one falls for him. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of microanalysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Now, Wright, after J.J. Redick's three-pointer that didn't go. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Buries it down low. Hardaway has got his first points of the night.
Boy, how about the move there from Hardaway, showing off another aspect of his game with the ball handling.
Ball dishes to Favors. Ingram with it. Kleber with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Fader on the way. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Doncic.
Well, you know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their games. Deadly from the mid-range.
They get the rebound. Favors. They shoot again. In the air. Kicks to Ingram. Tries yet again. And the layup is good. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Brandon Ingram, a nice display of toughness from the young forward here, showing that he can score through just about anything.
Here's Finney Smith, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now, here's Ball. Outside Holiday. The offensive rebound. Count it. Good. 15 points for Derek Favors.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Doncic outside. The shot, no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Right against Holiday. Passes it to Ball. Back to Holiday. And Favors kicks to Holiday. Over right. Here's Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now here's Wright. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the pass to Finney Smith. Here's Doncic. He's covered by Ingram, and the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Dallas. The Pelicans also changing it up. Williams comes in for Ingram, and it's Jackson in for Drew Holiday. Here's Doncic. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Lobs it up for Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Here's Curry. The dish to Wright. 5 on the clock. Releases. That one off the back iron and out. Pelicans leading by 18. Redick with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Redick passes to Jackson. Back to Redick. He kicks it to Ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Favors, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
And he knocks down the first one.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Wright. Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans. Josh Hart comes in for Ball. He's off on the second. Mavericks trailed by 19. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Dallas again missing.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now, here's Marjanovic. 6 points for him. And Seth Curry gets the three. Curry's got 5.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Pass to Favors. Back to Hart. Makes it off the glass. Hart's got 7 points for the quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now, here's Barea. That shot off the mark. Hart kicks to Jackson. Here's the teardrop. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Curry. Rebounded by Hart. Pelicans leading by 20. Jackson looking around. Rebounded by Jackson. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Here's Hart. 11 points in the game. We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. There's Jackson with the three. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Barea against Jackson. Barea, the pass to Doncic. Fires from 18, And Dallas again with the bucket.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Now here's Favors. 20 points for him. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Porzingis. 23 points for him the last game against Washington.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
It's been all about Derek Favors for the New Orleans Pelicans. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Derek Favors had no problems getting going. He had 20 points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic, that's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Derek Favors.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. Going hard until that final.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Wright and Doncic are the backcourt pair. And there's Porzingis, and it's Kleber in at the center. Wright against Ball. Dishes to Holiday. Out to Ingram. The 3. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Clark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleber is a versatile defensive stopper, too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet, he's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker, too.
That free throw good from Doncic.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
And he makes both free throws. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Ball with it. Now right defender. And it's blocked. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Doncic leading the charge.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Now here's Ball. Ingram outside. From the high post. And he nails the jumper. Ingram's got his second bucket of the night.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. Stolen by Ball. Here's Ingram. That shot off. Nice D from Porzingis.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
Right outside. With the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Luka Doncic. Great showing for him last season. Put up about 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays. Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Pelicans leading by 11. Ball feeling it out a bit. Stripped away. And now here comes Wright leading the break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on J.J. Redick.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Holiday against Doncic. Now here is Holiday. Guarded closely. That one goes in. Holiday's got 7 points in the game. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Finney-Smith kicks to Kleba. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here's Alexander Walker. Guarded by Wright. And the Pelicans miss again. Mavericks trailed by 11. Here's Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really for a good portion last season, Tim Hardaway acted as the main source of points for the Knicks. It ends up more of a volume score, a role that he's going to have to develop.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And for Hardaway, he was putting up points last season, but the percentages, Greg, were down across the board.
And I think what we found out about him is that he's probably not best suited to be your primary scorer. Very capable of getting buckets, but you don't want him putting up more than 15, 18 shots a game for you.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Here's Alexander Walker. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Alexander Walker passes to Ingram. More in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And the Pelicans miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And here are the Pelicans now. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's Holiday. Porzingis with the block. They get it back. Hands it from downtown. Alexander Walker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Outside Holiday. And the pass to Alexander Walker. And he banks in the layup. And now an 11-point Pelican lead.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Doncic kicks to right. No good on the 3.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Here's Doncic after Drew Holiday's score. Right, left side. Looking to end the run, and the rejection by Favors. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Holiday's got 6 here in this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pelicans?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Jackson comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Hardaway. The Pelicans making a switch here. Here's Moore. To the inside. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's good for 2. Alexander Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Dallas calls timeout. And not just a long-range gunner, but Etuan Moore also blessed Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
17 years. Lost my brothers to the street on slack. Go home and shed tears. When it's time to ride. Catch me in the city. To the stand here, Mickey. Get to tell him. Tell me you trying to diss me. Show you how fast I'm gonna get him. Let him find his body by 3 Mississippi. Rich and Mel cost half a ticket, dog. Need to open up. I got out of it, dog. Why you in the car if you ain't gonna do another witness, dog? Them big.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Wright. Okafor's checked in for the Pelicans. Kenrich Williams comes in for Ejuan Moore. Now Porzingis. He's got 6. And here is Curry. Shot clock at 5.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Frank Jackson.
On defense, the Pelicans. Stolen by Jackson. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. The Mavericks pull it in. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cloak loose. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Look at Curry, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Now here's Porzingis. Trying to end the drought, and he comes up with the deuce. Porzingis has got 8 points.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to rattle Porzingis. This guy is just unflappable.
Outside Jackson. Here's Okafor. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Curry with it. 5 points in the game. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
You know, that's not an easy assignment, as Porzingis showed there. He's a lot to handle. You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade, and the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
2.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And Clark, Porzingis' older brother. He used to make him highlight reels of NBA stars.
Yeah, you know, the NBA was his goal all along, but he showed patience, and the Orlando Magic actually promised to take him 10th back in 2014. He stayed in Spain 1 more year to develop, and good for him.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's Hart, headed by Porzingis. Here's Melly, count it from 12. He's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 15. Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6 to shoot. Pass to Porzingis. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that?
You don't, Kevin. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Hart. That shot misses. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Jackson finds Brunson. Outside Curry. Rebounded by Hart. Pelicans leading by 15. Jackson comes over with the double. Pass to Melly. Back to Hart. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Brunson. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 9 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Here's Jackson. Okafor grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Hart, guarded by Curry. To the wing right side. Here's Okafor. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Williams with the block. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brunson scanning the floor. Passes to Porzingis. Pelicans pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Down low. Here's Hart. It's off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pelicans ahead, ending the third quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for New Orleans right now, Lonzo Ball out there with Hart. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Williams. And it's Melly in at the center position.
And Ball has so much confidence on this floater in addition to a nice touch with it, so that makes it really hard to deal with.
Here is Barea following the basket by Lonzo Ball. And stolen by Redick. Now, here's Ball. He's tightly guarded. Barea pulls it in.
Yeah, and the height disadvantage there forced him into a really tough shot. Tried the fadeaway, but just couldn't pull it off.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
There's the pass to Melly. Outside, Redick. He dishes it to Williams. Back to Redick. Shoots from the high post. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Curry looking it over. Over Hart. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Pass to Melly. Now here's Redick. That one's not going to go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Outside Jackson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Ball, the bounce pass. Here's Melly. Outside, Redick. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. Doncic is checked in for Curry. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Josh Hart. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
To the paint, and Ball slams it in.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Doncic, no good. So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Redick passes the ball. They get it back. Favors, and the layup is good. Favors got 22 points.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Doncic, no good on the free throw.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Ingram. Clock at 6. Goes up at the stripe. Again, the Pelicans score.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers, guys, in his sleep. I mean, the defenses can't allow him to get going from there. That's his sweet spot.
Right against Ball. Porzingis, that's a 2. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Right against Ball. Back to Ingram. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, guys, for Ingram, the free throw line's been a trouble spot. Seems to me that he's not been able to get a consistent routine in approaching free throw shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ingram. Good on both. Here's Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic with it. From down in the low post, it goes. Doncic has got 10 points here in the second half. Ball kicks to Favors. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Doncic against Holiday. Fires at the elbow. And he knocks down the jumper. And that's now 24 points for Luka Doncic.
This is clearly Doncic's role. I mean, he's out here to score as much as possible.
Holiday finds Favors. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Favors. And so Favors nails both of them. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Here's Doncic. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Porzingis, that's a 2 with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Porzingis has got 10 points here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Holiday surveying the floor. Shoots over Doncic. Here's another rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And it's Wright missing. Pelicans leading by 17. Here's Ingram. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis' Mavericks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Favors. Here's Ingram. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level. That's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
Now here's Wright. On the wing, Doncic. Over Holiday. Ball with the rebound.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
That shot missing. Nice D from Doncic.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Back to Wright. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Ball finds Redick. At the top of the key, Favors. Now the pass to Redick. Drills the three-pointer. And the Pelicans lead by 17.
Very dangerous from outside the arc as he's been throughout his career. All Redick needs is a little separation, and he's golden.
In the corner, Wright with it. Puts up a 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Favors dishes to Ingram. 14 feet away. Tries again, and it's Favors laying it in. Favors got 8 points in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Now, here's Doncic. Pelicans with the rebound. Holiday's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball kicks to Holiday. Ball against Wright. Pass to Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Favors. Here's Ball. And Wright pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 16. Doncic outside. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Doncic has got 14 points here in the second half. Pelicans leading by 14. Now here's Ball. Ingram trying to get open. Ball with the bucket.
Man, he's got great speed, Ball does, Kevin. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
Now here's Wright. Passes it to Porzingis. Yep, it counts.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Here's Ball. Kicks to Holiday. From 10 feet out, nice D from Doncic. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Mavericks. It's a 14-point game.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Holiday. Here's Favors. The kick out to Holiday. Ingram right side. Second chance shot. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
Okay.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Pelicans.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Derek Favors.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Now, here's Ball. The pass to Holiday. Favors with the ball. Over Doncic, and Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Holiday. 32 points for Derek Favors.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, this run shows what kind of attitude this